let's dive into, so what do you say after you get their attention? She says hi. Where do you go from there?
Great question. A lot of guys make the mistake of thinking that they need to impress the girl, right? Thinking they need to say something funny, thinking they need to say something witty. That's the biggest mistake. That's in terms of conversational advice. That's the biggest load of misinformation that could ever be put out there, and it's hurting a lot of guys who will turn into just tap dancing monkeys trying to say the right thing and impress the girl. Girls don't want a guy that's trying to impress them. That's weak. That's girly. Girls want a guy who doesn't need to try to impress them, that wants her to impress him. So how do we do that in a conversation? Really, really simple. It's what I call mastering the moment of truth, right? So now any conversation is going to reach a lull point, right? There's always going to be a lull in a conversation. And I always like to, I'm a man. It's my job to get it started. So I'm going to start a conversation really simply. I'm not trying too hard. I'm doing as little effort as possible. So I usually start a conversation just like, what are you guys up to tonight? Really simple, right? What are you guys up to tonight? Where are you from? Simple questions. Why? Because I'm not trying. I'm not putting in a lot of effort. If she sees you like putting in a lot of effort and like, trying too hard, it's over right then and there. And so, really simple. What are you guys up to tonight? Oh, blah, blah, blah. Oh, cool, nice. Yeah, me too. We're doing this and that, blah, blah, blah. And then it's always going to reach a lull point, right? A dead point in conversation. Now, this is really what I call the moment of truth. Because most guys who've been raised on thinking they got to say the right thing to impress her, and if they don't, they're going to lose the girl, rush to fill this gap. They're like, I got to say something. What do I say? What do I do now? This is awkward. They freak out at this moment of truth. And understandably, it feels awkward, right? For both you and her. But that's the key. It feels both awkward for both you and her. And you're a man, you can take it. She can't. She will crack. Right? It's what I call forcing her to contribute equally to the conversation, or teaching her how to have a conversation. Right? When that moment of truth comes, if you even like look for a second, if you even look off like, oh, what do I say next? Or if you even start to open your mouth like, she's going to immediately know, oh, just another one of those guys that are trying to impress me. Just another one of those losers who are just trying to walk around and say something funny to try to make me like them. Done. Over. It's not. So what do I do in that moment of truth? What do you have to do in that moment of truth? Simple. I'm acknowledging that this conversation is supposed to be a two-way street. It's supposed to be a collaborative effort. And so I'm forcing her to contribute equally. I'm just going to look at her. I'm just going to give her a look, and with a look on my face that just says, well, I'm just going to let that silence go. I'm going to let that awkwardness build up. And what am I doing? There's a natural shame with that awkwardness, right? There's a natural feeling of, oh my God, I'm doing something wrong. Oh my God, this is weird. Oh my God, this is awkward. And what guys tend to do, they tend to put that all on themselves. Like, it's my fault. I need to fix this. I'm doing something wrong. I'm being weird. She's not going to like me. Instead, what am I doing? I'm transferring that shame onto her. I'm saying, it's your turn to say something. I've already done everything I'm supposed to do in this conversation. I want to see if you've got anything to say. I'm going to see if you are interesting at all. I'm going to see if you're worth my time. I'm going to see if you actually can keep this conversation going, or if you're socially retarded. That's what I need to know right now. So when that moment of silence comes, I'm just going to give him a look on my face that says, well, and the longer I might overdo it more, like, come on. I might patronize him a little bit. After a couple minutes, I might look around, sip my drink, showing him that I do not need this conversation whatsoever. I am perfectly fine. This is only weird for you because you're weird, right? And I might even patronize them. So, you guys come here often, right? Just like, come on, you're supposed to be filling in this gap and blah, blah, blah. And then that next silence comes. I'm just going to sit there and wait. And if you've done a good job of coming in with a lot of presence, inspiring them, really shaking them out of whatever emotional state that they were in, putting them in a new one, really like, touching them and doing some of the other stuff that I teach to really spike up their emotion, then they're going to fill in that gap. Then they're going to be like, oh, so what do you think about this and that? And whenever they fill in that gap, I just, I get a smile on my face, because she's basically saying, I want you at that moment right there, at that moment of truth. And yeah, you have to leave that gap for them to fill in. You have to leave that silence. If you jump to fill it in, you're immediately written off as, oh, just another one of those guys. If you leave that silence and show you don't care, to show that she needs to pull her weight in this conversation, and you expect that of her, then she's going to respond, oh, this is this is one of those guys. This is one of those guys I don't come across every so often. Hey, how's it going? I need to work a little bit harder for this guy.
Wow, that was really deep, man. Because that's something that, like, I would say 99% of guys don't do.
Yeah.
And that was a really good way of putting it, because you set the frame of I'm choosing you. You know, you have to qualify yourself to me,
Men are the
and
selectors, man. All this bullshit about women are the selectors. Like, you know who laughs when they hear women are selectors? Women, because they're all wondering why they can't find a guy, why they're with their grandmothers and they're like, why are you still single? Like, women laugh when they hear that they're the selectors because they don't feel like it at all because they're not.
right. Yep. Hey, man, hope you enjoyed the video. I want to remind you to click that link down below and sign up for free access to all the Dating Secrets videos. They're all free, and I have tons of great resources there for you. So make sure you check those out. Some of the things you will learn are how to approach any woman you would like to meet and exactly what to say to start a conversation. You will learn how to overcome the fear of rejection. You will learn the best ways to attract any woman and get her interested in you, no matter how beautiful she is and no matter how many guys are trying to get her attention. So make sure you click the link down below, and I will see you later.